So here's how you set up the board. Players select the character that they want to play, and they grab the corresponding deck and board for that character. How you can tell the decks and the boards is that the decks will have a color gem on the back that will match the color of the energy bar on the board, along with the class of the character and the character's name on the board. Once everyone selects them, they grab 2 health and energy tokens, in which they place on 20 for the health and 10 for the energy. And then if a rogue is being played, they get the special metal coin. And then after you're done rolling to see who goes first, the ranger gets the die. Here's how turn orders work. Say this is team 1 and this is team 2, with player 1, player 2, and then player 3 and player 4. It'd be player 1's turn, and then player 3, and then player 2, and then player 4. Now say player 1 dies. Player 2 gets a permanent +1 bonus damage for the rest of the game, and then turn order is player 3, player 2, player 4, and then back to player 3. You skip player 1's turn. Let's take a look at the board real quick. You have your draw pile, your discard pile, all the various slots on the board, your stats, your health bar, and your energy bar. There are 3 types of action cards: combat cards, ability cards, and whenever cards. Combat cards can only be played on your turn and 1 per turn, unless you're using it as a parry, in which case you can use it when someone else is attacking you and 1 per attack. Ability cards can only be played on your turn, but there's no limit on how many you can play, and whenever cards are able to be played at any time, and there's no limit on how many you can play. Additionally, there are 2 item type cards: potions and equipment, that have different slot names on the cards. Potions are a one-time use item. Once you drink it, it's gone for the rest of the game. Equipment go on their various slots on the board and have special unique abilities and stats on each one. Now Rosie is going to attack Baden, and how she's going to do that is she's going to start out by playing Song of Courage, which actually costs 2 energy instead of 3 because of Magic Tune's effect. And that adds +1 bonus damage for her next attack. And then she's going to follow it up with a combat card for 3, going down to 5 energy, Screeching Serenade. So it's deal 3 damage plus bonus damage, which is 1, 2, 3, and 4. And that's going to be directed towards Baden. And now what Baden's going to do is add up his defense. And he has 2 plus 1, so 3 defense. But he's going to go ahead and also cast Promise of Demise to parry 2 points of damage. So he actually has 5 defense and takes no damage. This is how drawing works. At the beginning of every player's turn, they're supposed to draw up to 7 cards. Since I have 4 cards at the start of my turn, I draw 3 cards. However, if you start your turn with 7 cards already, you draw an 8th. Now for discarding, you can do this at any time for no cost. All you do is you take the cards you're going to discard and say, I'm discarding these cards. But as soon as the player before you indicates that it's your turn, you have to draw. You cannot discard before you draw. This is what a normal turn looks like. So I'm starting out this turn at 4 energy. This is because on my last turn and during everyone else's turn, I ended up going down to 4 energy from all the cards that I played. But because it's the beginning of my turn and every player at the beginning of their turn goes back up to 10 energy, I do so. Now I draw. I have 5 cards, so I'm going to go ahead and draw up to my 7, and I'm going to do my turn. I'm going to go ahead and equip Tripline Wire, which costs 5 energy, taking me down to 5. Now even though I have my armor in my hand, I can equip it because I already equipped 1 piece this turn. And I'm going to go ahead and cast Sharpshooter, which is a combat, for 4 energy, taking me down to 1, which deals 5 damage to the target. Now that that's been done with, I'm going to play Sparkling Glacier Water, which gives me 5 energy, taking me up to 6, and that's gone for the rest of the game. And then I'm going to go ahead and play Against the Odds, which is an ability, and that takes me down to 1 energy, and gives me +1 bonus damage to my next attack for every opponent alive. And that ends my turn. This is how reshuffling works. So I'm starting my turn with 5 cards, and I'm supposed to draw 2 more, but I have no more in my draw pile. What I do is I reshuffle, set that as my draw pile, but I don't draw this turn. Next turn I'll draw back up to 7. But say if I have 5 cards and 1 card left. I'll draw the 1 card and reshuffle, but I won't draw the last card I'm supposed to draw this turn. I'll do that next turn. This is how order of events works out. Say the ranger casts Rapid Fire, which costs 3 energy, and then casts a knocked arrow, another knocked arrow, and another knocked arrow, taking her down to 1 energy. Then she follows it up with a Sparkling Glacier Water, taking her to 6 energy, and then doing a knocked arrow, and another knocked arrow. Now say someone like the cleric is to negate Rapid Fire. This stops all other cards after the first knocked arrow from taking effect, so this potion would have never been drank and is refunded back into the ranger's hand. And the ranger then goes to the energy that she's supposed to be at by only spending 5 energy. So she would be at 5 energy.